Welcome back. Welcome back. Should I be louder? No, I think this is probably a good volume. Maybe a little louder. I'm back in Garry's mod. Just wandering, as I often am. This time in a map, which name I've already forgotten. But I will write it somewhere right here at the bottom of the screen. It appears to be based upon brutalist architecture, which I like. This is great. Can't fit in there. This is great. Whoever made this, I should really have more information before I start making one of these, like the name of the map and the person who made it, for example. Because I mean, look at this. I wonder how much time this took, and it's not even, it's all one texture really, but it's just the craftsmanship of the map. I mean, look at this. This is great. It's beautiful. I can come up here, go all around. See, because at first I thought maybe this was supposed to be like a maze, but you can come up here, so that kind of defeats the purpose. I don't think it really is supposed to be a maze. It's just a series of interesting architectural choices, columns and layers. What is this? Okay, interesting. I wonder if this is the fellow who brought this upon us. Yeah, this is really great. As you know, I basically just like to walk around empty Garry's Mod maps without purpose and talk about whatever comes to my mind, but mainly just enjoy the experience, and I know that I like that, and hopefully other people will as well. Get all these different nooks and crannies. This is great. It's beautiful. Look at the tree. I didn't even see it. You gotta check out that tree. Hold on. Oh, look at that. I think, could that maybe be the thumbnail? Take a picture of that. There we go. I'm like a tourist. Let's walk around maps taking pictures. I think that's the thumbnail. Oh, but that's so good too. Look at that with the lighting in the background. That's great. When I was younger, I wasn't really allowed to explore architecture in this way. Sort of buildings are meant for walking in sort of environment. But I mean, there's artistry to this and to architecture in general, beyond what we look at that. That's great. I just keep getting distracted. I need to take a picture of that. Look at this. I feel like this map doesn't even need to be big, and I can walk around it 100 times and see new things. Look at these little blocks. It was great. But yeah, when I used to be in a sort of a small, tented, withdrawn, I want to say conclave, but it was a small community when I was a child, and there were a lot of things that were shunned, and architecture is one of them. We weren't allowed to even explore the idea of architectural integrity, things like that. As an adult, do whatever I want. It's been a great joy, and this is a good example of the boundaries and how far you can go. The furthest reaches the corners, you know. This is a corner. And a good one. There were a lot of things that we weren't allowed to explore when I was that age. Like, we really weren't allowed to understand the fundamentals of structure in general. Buildings, bricks. We weren't even allowed to explore bricks in that way. Bricks were something we were, you know, not meant to consider, you know. No bricks here, though. Just some sort of smooth stone type deal. With these little walk downs. Isn't this just a great thing to just walk through? It's calming. And I got my music going behind it. It's a little piece of music that I put together a long time ago. And I think it really suits this place. And there's just random wind sound effects. That's a little ominous for this, but still. I mean, I wonder where this is supposed to be, like in the mythos of this creator's mind, the mythos of what this is. I wonder if it's in the middle of a great desert, or maybe if it's in an open sea, or just in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the woods. You know, wouldn't it be great to go to a place like this and, oops, I accidentally no-clipped. To go to a place like this and be able to look around, you know, in person, by yourself. Completely alone. In a maze like this. When I was younger, there was a maze that I suppose was I don't know if it was an intentional thing for me to be exploring, but I had this sort of I don't know what the word is, but oh, look at that. That's great. Sort of a war-ravaged sort of, I don't know, he wasn't related to me, but he was sort of a family friend. He was older, not old, but older than me, maybe in his 30s, you know, not old at all. And he was obviously had some sort of PTSD or something, you know, from some sort of wartime scenario. He had been in the army, and he had in his house a maze, sort of tunnels that he had built underneath, but also to the sides, and it was a tunnel that he had. It was a door you could walk through in his living room, and I remember being told not to go in there and everything, because I could get lost and, you know, whatever, but of course I did, being a child, and I did get lost for several hours. I was wandering a very intense, scary maze. No, like, very little lighting. Very little in the way of support from any of the surrounding areas in the maze, you know. As I said, no light, no indication of a good way to escape should you get lost. No breadcrumbs for me to leave, of course. Very difficult to determine where I'd already gone and where I'm, you know, make sure I don't go to the same place. There we go. That looks good. Snap that. I have some good pictures from this one. The last map was great. It was a little more on the ominous side than this one. I tried to I was trying last week, or last video, whenever that was, to pick a map that had very little ominous spookiness which I like, but I thought maybe do something more pleasant for the first episode. And of course, I ended up picking one that had like a torture room and all sorts of scary things that were maybe a little more off-putting. But this is kind of exactly what I had in mind. It's something great about it. This is a good place to sit right there. There's something great about just finding a place like this that has no necessary purpose other than to just explore it, investigate it, just look at it, really appreciate it, celebrate it. I mean, look at this. It's just so much to look at, but so little to do. There's nothing. It brings you to your basest human impulse of just walking, exploring, looking, without any need to do. You just exist here. You're all one. You're alone. Look at that. Great. It really makes you think about the essence of eternity and how finite your life is here. That this is your life, for the purpose of my character, who's, you can jump really far in this game, for the purpose of my character who's here in this map. He just spawned in, and whenever I disconnect from this map, he will no longer exist. He'll die. That's life. That's his life. And we all do that in individual ways to a different extent than this. But I mean, consider this person who is just thrust into this world with all these strange columns and arches and whatnot, and he has a lot of things to consider. But what can he really consider with no frame of reference as to what this is, where this is, what he's experiencing? And then as soon as I disconnect, it's all stripped away. It is a beautiful thing. And like I said, wandering this, I imagine if I were wandering this in real life, if I were in this place, I would be pondering the same things of what is the meaning of all this? It is a purposeful purposelessness. It makes you think about your own eternity. Because in many ways, this life is eternal. You can live for 5 years, you can live for 25 years, 85 years. It's there's something eternal in the. Oops, I didn't mean to no clip. Just in the existence of it. It's a powerful thing. Take a picture of that. Look at that. It's great. Like this. This will be like a 20-minute video, and he will have, been born and died. But this is an eternal concept of this place. It sort of, I guess, transcends life and meaning. It transcends meaning, certainly. But it is easy to find meaning in a place like this, even if there is none, because it makes you think about yourself. It makes you think about everything else. And, when you go to this place, you don't really think about what should I be doing, what should I be looking for, what should I be finding, what should I try to do. You think about yourself, you think about your life, the people that have entered and exited, the people who maybe, unfortunately you've outlived, maybe didn't make it as far as you did. You think about, there's a lot of things you can think about. Like this strange room with this strange symbol. I mean, I have a lot to think about whenever I'm in a quiet, alone place such as this. But of course, I've never been a place such as this. There is no place such as this, really. If there is, I'd like to go there. But I also imagine if there is, there's 100 people, walking around and it ruins its peace. But still, there's a lot to consider, just in life and in general. And it really doesn't matter. And I don't mean that in a negative way. And to people who find meaning in spiritual ways, that's, I don't mean anything negative, but I find that it really doesn't matter. You get to explore and you get to observe and create and do whatever you want to do. And one day it all goes away, And I always think that whenever, think I can make that? Bet I can. Oh, I fell through the map. Oh wait, no, I didn't fall through the map. What is this? Oh, there's a strange secret room, and there's that thing again. Okay, so let's see. We got some letters. I can't make sense of these. I don't know if I can search for words here, but if there is even meaning to this, or if I'm meant to just look at the words. So that's how I came in. So I don't know if I'm meant to just observe the letters. Yeah, I don't get much. But I think maybe that is the purpose. And I'm not a philosopher. I don't know more than you, And there are some philosophers here probably who's well read, studied up on all that, and maybe rolling their eyes at some of the stuff I'm saying, and I understand. That's interesting. Oh, I see. So they cover it up. Oh, so that's what happened. I fell through that. Wow. Okay. So now I'm wondering if there's more stuff like that. So I think I'm going to walk around some more and look for some more of stuff like that. And, if I don't find anything of note, I'm going to no clip before I leave and just see if there's anything super interesting that I missed. All right. But as I said, I'm not wiser than you are. I'm definitely not. And I think everyone should get their due credit. Some people don't want to think about themselves the same way that I do. And, there's good reason for that. But I always think about that whenever I feel jealous of, maybe someone's doing something that I wish I was doing. And it's, if I can't achieve it in my lifetime, it's okay. Because at the end of the day, me and the person I'm jealous of, we both end up in the same place. And that's okay, that the feeling of wanting to do the thing isn't eternal. It won't stick with you. You'll move on to something else. Look at that. That's good. Your body, won't exist. Oh, it is water. So it's surrounded by water. It looks nice. So that's interesting. conceptually just imagining being this person, being stuck in this beautiful brutalist architectural anomaly that is just also a big square in the middle of the ocean, or in the middle of non-existence, that takes the form of water, which seems to be more likely what this is. Huh. I don't know exactly what I was saying. I'm sure my point wasn't really an interesting one, but it is something to consider. This map just it's making me consider things, you know. This map makes me want to think about the life itself. Oh, I'm getting good at this. This is its own little game mode, just like running and jumping. So I wonder if... Oh, there I go. You know, I wonder whenever I make these videos, I never know exactly what to say or how to say it, and I just sort of open these up and walk around and let it happen and feel it. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Good one. But the more I do these videos and explore this, I just wonder who is really interested in a video such as this one. I mean, it's not a particularly captivating thing. I'm not a particularly captivating speaker, but maybe that's part of the charm, if there is any. I don't know. It's just I feel like this is something I would enjoy to watch, but it's not something that I would expect other people. It's sort of, I feel like this approach of this episode and the things I've been talking about is reminiscent of this public access show called, I believe it was called Sister Who, which was, I'm gonna no clip and see if I can find it. Sister Who was a show about, it was like a nun. No, was it a nun? I can't remember. I think it was a nun who was sort of had clown makeup on, and would sort of just talk about their musings on public access television. Yeah, I don't see anything. Just this one room. What's this? This could be something. Oh, that's a hidden thing, probably. Yes. Ah. So how do I... Okay. So am I supposed to... Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. But then again, like, what is this, you know? Once I discover it, what is it, you know? And there's no way I would have discovered that by myself, I don't think. But yeah, I implore people to go watch a episode or two of Sister Who. There was a good episode. I'm trying to remember. It was something like more... something about plants and seeds. More metaphors for plants and seeds. I have to censor that at the top, probably. And it's just, if I recall correctly, it was just Sister Who planting or playing with plants and watering and stuff like that, just in the studio, and talking about life and what it means, you know, how we relate to the plant. And I really like that. That's kind of what I'm doing now, but not really. I'm just kind of dicking around, I think. There we go. The tree is beautiful. The tree is an excellent centerpiece. This is a work of art, this place. And the tree in the center, that's great. It's beautiful. But yeah, I think this is about the end of my run here. I don't know if there's much else to see. I mean, I wish I could be here endlessly. But I think I've maybe run my course So until next time,